Hello, and welcome to this Bizmates question and answers video series. And today's question is, how important is pronunciation for business? I get a lot of business people asking me, Hika, I want to improve my pronunciation. Yes, I want to speak like a native speaker. How can I do this? Well, I want to talk about this today. How important is pronunciation for business? Okay, but first of all, we need to understand what is good pronunciation. Okay, and here's something that many people believe. The American accent is the standard for global business. That's not true, okay? Now, if you're doing business with Americans, yes, okay, maybe you need to speak like an American. But if you're doing business with someone from England, someone from Australia, someone from India, someone from China. No, that's not the case. Yeah. So what is good pronunciation in that case? Well, to me, good pronunciation that the other person can understand easily is good pronunciation. Okay? So pronunciation that doesn't have such a strong accent, okay? And it's really hard to correct your pronunciation after the age of 7. You know, it's just really difficult. But of course, everyone wants to improve their pronunciation. They want to be understood more easily. So how? How do you do this? Okay, well, I'll show you. How can I improve my pronunciation? Okay, and it doesn't mean the American way, it doesn't mean the Canadian way. Okay? But instead of focusing on individual words like really, really, like, you know, that's not important. What's more important is the intonation or the flow of your sentences. Where's the pause? Where do I emphasize? That's much more important. Okay, so let me read this to you. Okay, so we don't read it like, I really like your watch. Where did you get it? It was a gift. No, we need to read with more feeling, like this. I really like your watch. Where'd you get it? It was a gift. Well, someone has good taste. Thanks for saying so. Okay, so it's not the pronunciation of individual words that you need to think about, but it's really that flow, okay, of each sentence. So let me read it again. I really like your watch. Where'd you get it? It was a gift. Well, someone has good taste. Thanks for saying so. Like this. And that makes it much easier to understand what you're saying. Okay? So when in your lessons or when you're reading something like this, a dialogue, become Taro, become that person, and read it with feeling. Very important. Same with a passage like this. Okay? Look for the pauses. Look for the intonation like this. Let me start by giving you some basic information about MMB Corp. MMB was founded in 1927 by Junpei Shinoda, who was an engineering genius. He had worked in the US and could speak English very well. Do you see that? So it's not my pronunciation of individual words that's really important. It's that flow, the pause, the emphasis. And that makes your English much easier to understand. Okay? So I hope you can practice this at home, practice this in your lessons, and gradually improve your pronunciation. Okay, so I hope I answered your question. How important is pronunciation in business? Okay, so I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.